लोग जो बीच में अटक रहे हैं, they are in midst of your career and they are not able to find any way. So there are so many ways. Don't see that कि मैं जो कर रहा हूँ वो पकड़ के चलूं and waste the your main years that you can just work it around.
So yeah, finally, after 6 months of planning to make a video on ACCA, we are here to make a video. Welcome to Layman Podcast. Here we have on our show Urmil Sanghavi, who has been ACCA qualified as ACCA and also certified as a IFRS. So Urmil, would you able to share some of a brief detail about your journey? Sure.
Yeah, sure. Harsh, thank you for having me over here, and I have an opportunity to discuss regarding my story. As being an ACCA, firstly, as my first part of the story, after 12th, I just started chartered accountancy course, where I just gave CPT. CPT mein, we had 10 hours of lecture, and at that time there were MCQs of negative mark. So based on that, we cleared it out in one week. That was fine. But in then came Inter-C, which was pretty lengthy of having seven big subjects and have a subjective writing. So धीरे धीरे first group हुआ and then I started articleship. Articleship में it took around 6 to 7 hours in office and then you need to study back at home for group two, which was very tough for me. To do such extensive work in office as well as then to study back home is very difficult. So at that time, it was very struggling part for me. And however, I managed to clear group two and then I started to pursue ACCA. I just think of to just go off track somewhere, but the destination is same as being a professional accountant. And my objective was clear that I don't wanted to give CA final. I just wanted to switch my track and let the journey be more practical. And based on that, I just started ACCA.
Okay. So you started as a CA. You clear CPT, clear IPCC first and second group. But then after you तो ACCA start कर दिया, correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So मतलब main.
It was 2019, and it
Okay.
was my ongoing articleship. What I did is I just said no to my principal that I won't be coming after some days because I don't want to pursue CA. Then that was no, there wasn't objective matter to continue articleship as well. So I left articleship in between and started ACCA studying because degree is more important. The experience part comes later. It is also very important, but it's the first part. The priority was to get a certification as a professional accountant, and based on that, I just started ACCA by dropping off my articleship.
Okay. तो तूने start किया था CA final as a articleship as a start भी किया था, but you discontinue and go for the ACCA.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. So ये किस साल की बात है, मतलब 2019 की बात है?
yeah. 2019.
तो आर्टिकलशिप तूने पूरी कंप्लीट की या फिर मिडल ऑफ द छोड़ दिया?
Middle, मैं 1.5 years के बाद मैं नहीं गया. It was a pretty tough decision, but yeah.
ओके. सो मतलब ACCA बहुत बार सुना है, बट let me first go through the how I mean how many subjects are there, how many papers are there, how many years requires to complete an exam. तो एक pretty much I mean just give an overview how ACCA has been in terms of examination and all.
Yeah, surely. So ACCA is mainly comprised of 13 papers, 13 which consist of three of knowledge level, that is our starting level knowledge level that we know, and then comes six papers of basic skill level, that is intermediate level, and then comes four paper of professional level. So there are total 13 papers. Oh yeah. And as being an inter CA, I was getting an exemption by ACCA for around six to seven papers. I just got an exemption for six papers, that is one to four, and then of taxation and auditing, which was completed in inter CA level only. And then I just started with other seven papers, and I completed it off in 1.5 or 2 years mainly. In 2 years, I just completed all my ACCA papers.
Okay, so it require almost 2 years, 2.5 years to complete an
Yeah,
ACCA. So there
yeah,
are
2 and 2 half hours for inters. Yeah, with I just gave my exams with a job in a
oh
KPO. Yeah, so it took a time, but yeah, I would say that I just gave one by one papers as ACCA gives us flexibility. And based on that, I just gave one by one and also gained an experience in a UK KPO. And then I just qualified in a ACCA by the clearing of the professional last paper in
great.
September.
So the three levels are there: knowledge, skill and professional. So ये सारे लेवल पे तूने खुद से प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट किया या फिर एनी क्लासेस यू आर क्लासेस के थ्रू किया? आई मीन
Yeah, so after completing inter CA, मुझे ऐसा था कि I was very habitual with taking classes. So
हम्म
क्लासेस के लिए मैंने अप्रोच किया, बट इतना रिसोर्सेस अवेलेबल नहीं था एट दैट टाइम.
हाँ एग्जैक्टली
And even though I just approached one of the classes in Ahmedabad, which charged me a lot higher for the subjects, which I didn't find it value for money. And based on that, I just started self study. And based on self study, I just cleared off all the papers. After that, I just gave two papers with the classes, and rest other professional papers and one of skill level was given by self study. The self study is like I have got so many resources such as open tuitions, which they provide free resources and free videos, and all the other resources were provided by my friends, colleagues, and batchmates. All were very helpful at that time. And yeah, so I managed to clear by those resources that I had.
Mm, so yeah, as you talk about the exemption, so I mean, if you are completing a inter CA, there are certain papers it get exempt in a ACCA as well.
Yeah, so mainly once you are inter CA,
Mm-hmm.
we have an exemption of six papers in ACCA, and based on that, I just got that exemptions. So I only gave seven papers in ACCA. As well, if you are in BCom for if on by a recognized university,
Mm-hmm.
then you will get an exemption of four papers. And there are so many exemptions based on the different criterias or degrees like BBA, MBA, MCom. And based on that, they are getting the exemptions in ACCA. And yeah, so you can get a list from the ACCA's official website that what exemptions are been available for you based on your degree.
Okay. So I mean, there are 13 papers, right?
Mhm.
In total 13 papers, out of which you are only, if you are completing a inter CA and then go for the ACCA exams, though you are only required to give a 7 paper. Is
Yeah,
it correct? Okay.
yeah,
So is there any other condition if I'm let's say if my CA finals first group has been clear? So is there any other conditions? There are certain papers which exempt.
yeah. So if you clear the group one, there in the CA final there is a subject FR. Over here
Uh-huh.
in skill level there is also subject name FR. So if you're getting 40 plus in FR in group one as well, then you will get an exemption over here.
Okay.
So based on FR, FM, SFM. So if you have got 40 plus in SFM, you will get an exemption over here in FM, right? And also if you are a CA, qualified CA, then you only need to give four papers over here in ECC.
Oh, नाइस. मतलब नाइस यार. तो इन टोटल 2.5 या 3 साल लगते हैं. तो मतलब एग्जाम प्रिपरेशन एंड रिसोर्स आप एसीसीए साइड से, मतलब तूने सारा प्रिपरेशन कैसे किया था? आई मीन एग्जाम से पहले जो, अगर कितने महीने के प्रिपरेशन लगता है, जैसे सीए में अगर 6 महीने 9 महीने लगते हैं, अगर सीए फाइनल के एग्जाम के लिए अगर स्टार्ट करना चाहते हो तो वैसे एसीसीए में तूने प्रिपरेशन कहाँ से स्टार्ट किया था?
So mainly over here, the differentiator is mainly the months that we get. Every quarterly there is an exam of ACCA. So एक साल में 4 बार आती है, right?
ओह
And based on
नाइस.
that, your timing of preparation is not that big. तो I would suggest मैं तो एक ही पेपर देता था. It usually completes in 1.5 or 2 months maximum. राइट, तो 2 मंथ्स में तुम्हारा प्रोफेशनल पेपर का सब कुछ प्रैक्टिस अंडरस्टैंडिंग एंड ऑल it gets clear. Yeah, in professional papers it gets difficult, but in skill level and all it is manageable. And मैं खुद जॉब के साथ करता था, तो it was pretty difficult for me somewhere, but set a schedule as well as continuity and persistence के साथ करोगे तो हो जाए. तो
एवरीडे
based on that,
एवरीडे कितने
yeah.
आवर्स निकालता था मतलब पढ़ाई के लिए?
So I was in UK KPO, right? So
हम्म.
it's a shift of 1 to 1:30 in afternoon.
हम्म.
तो मैं सुबह 7, 6:30 7 बजे आई वेंट टू लाइब्रेरी. सो 6-7 घंटे वैसे, और सैटरडे संडे ऑफ होता था,
हम्म.
तो आई जस्ट कवर्ड मैक्सिमम इन दोस वीकेंड्स.
अच्छा. सो जो एग्जाम प्रिपरेशन का टाइम था, तो मतलब जैसे कि अगर कोई एक ग्रुप होता है, जैसे अपने सीए फाइनल या इंटर सीए में एक ग्रुप होता है, उसमें 4 पेपर होते हैं, या फिर एक ग्रुप में 3 या 4 पेपर होता है वैसे, तो इसमें कोई ग्रुप ग्रुप वाइज होता है मतलब कोई एक ग्रुप देना पड़ेगा आपको कंपलसरी,
नहीं
उसमें
होता.
2 सब्जेक्ट हो गए? देयर इज नो ग्रुपिंग कंसेप्ट हियर?
Nothing. Every subject is different identity. If you get clear in one subject, you are cleared. If you are
ओह
passed, if you have got
नाइस.
50 marks, then you are cleared. There isn't any, requirement to clear a particular set of groups. There isn't. If you have got 50 marks
ओह.
in FR, then you won't be giving FR once again because of any other subject. That is unlikely than CA or Chartered Accountancy course that there is existence of that.
सो मतलब एग्जाम एग्जाम कैसे लेते हो ऑनलाइन अभी? जैसे कि सीएमए में हो गया है कि ऑनलाइन एग्जाम एंड ऑफलाइन एग्जाम, सो हाउ आर दे आर कंडक्टिंग एग्जाम ऑफ एसीसी?
ACCA mainly is given on computers only, laptops, computers. पहले भी pre-COVID times भी we need to go to center, and there are computer units established in center, and there we need to give it. But professional में पहले written था. Now everything is computerized. It is CBE, that is computer based examination. So mainly every question has a requirement of drafting. So drafting is to be done on words, MS Word, as well as if there is requirement to construct some financial statements and cash flows, then you need to use your spreadsheet, which is actually done in the practical world right now, and it really benefited me, right, based on the typing speed, Excel formulas, as well as the practical approach that we have rather than writing it
तो
in the
केस
paper.
स्टडी, आई मीन दे आर गिविंग अ केस स्टडी, आई मीन एवरी सब्जेक्ट हैज अ
Yeah.
केस स्टडी, और थियरी और प्रैक्टिकल मिक्स होता है यहाँ पे?
Mainly this is theory practical only, but उसमें क्या होता है कि the professional paper has 100 marks, which comprises of only 3 questions, which is of 25, 25 and 50 marks. Right?
अच्छा.
So based on that, the
दिस इज
50 marks has having a very big question and
ओके.
of case study. So basically we need to which consist of small questions, and we need to give the answers in spreadsheet as well as word, that is on typing and descriptive basis.
सो ये सारा ऑनलाइन ही हो रहा है, बट वी हैव टू गो ऑन द
Everything.
सेंटर, वी हैव टू गो ऑन
Yeah,
द
but
सेंटर.
after
बट
COVID,
ये
they
हाँ,
have given us.
कोविड में ही कैसे सिचुएशन था, मतलब कोविड में कैसे?
After COVID, they have given us flexibility to give it at home. So
ओके.
basically, someone would say that it would be very easy to cheat, but it isn't, because there is 100% 1:1 proctor. Proctor in the sense the administrator that is sitting behind virtually towards government is constantly monitoring your activities, and there are so many cases of copying or anything which have been registered. So it is not at all easy. You should be continuously sitting towards in front of your laptop, and there are constant 3 hours on stretch. You never have to, at all just stand up from your chair. तो वो चीज है.
तो
There is a
मतलब
flexibility.
हाँ
Yeah,
फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है, बट अगर मतलब अभी अभी तो ऑनलाइन और ऑफलाइन दोनों दोनों कर सकते हैं, वैसा हो गया ना?
yeah, yeah.
अच्छा, so if I started a skill level and I given the three paper of skill level in a first quarter, I clear that exam. So in next quarter I can appear for the professional
Skill
level.
level, yes. Professional skill level, yes. So once you complete your level, you are, automatically eligible to give the exam on next levels exam on the next quarter.
Oh.
So there is no specific time period.
हाँ,
If
जैसे
you are,
अपने
if you
सीए में
complete
होता है.
advanced level, yeah.
हाँ,
हाँ,
जैसे
ऐसा
सीए में
नहीं.
होता है कि सीपीटी अगर नवंबर में दिया है तो नेक्स्ट एक साल के बाद ही आप आईपीसी से देख सकते हो, 3 साल के
नहीं,
बाद ही आप फाइनल है, वैसा वाला कोई टाइम पीरियड नहीं है.
कोई टाइम
ओह,
पीरियड नहीं.
दैट इज ग्रेट.
Yeah.
तो मतलब तू तू कोई पर्टिकुलर ऑर्डर में एग्जाम दे रहा था? तो ऑर्डर इन विच यू आर गिविंग एग्जाम्स,
हाँ,
कि जैसे प्रैक्टिकल पेपर मैं लूंगा या पहले थियरी पेपर मैं कंप्लीट करूंगा, ऐसे कोई एग्जाम में तूने कुछ प्लानिंग किया था? हाउ
yeah,
डू यू प्लान योर
yeah. So
एग्जाम?
I was approaching practical first. प्रैक्टिकल में मेरा ज्यादा फोकस रहता था. मेनली थियोरी वाज वेरी मोनोटोनस और बोरिंग फॉर मी. तो आई केप्ट इट ऑन लास्ट गिविंग्स. सो एसबीएल एक है जिसका एक ही क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं 100 मार्क्स का, राइट.
ओह,
इट इज completely theory based. So I gave it on the last of my attempt and I just got 50 marks on it. So yeah, I practically, I would say that the computing papers like FR, SFM, वो पहले खत्म करता था and theory papers were the last ones. Yeah, but it depends on the people to people. लोगों को theory
हाँ
पसंद आती
थियरी
है तो they
पसंद
just
होती है तो
get off theories first. Yeah.
तो मतलब एग्जाम में अगर अगर मुझे मतलब एमसीक्यू और केस स्टडी दोनों आते हैं, जैसे अपने बात हुआ, तो वो परसेंटेज रहता है जैसे कि अपने सीए में है कि 70% थियरी है, 30% एमसीक्यू जा रहा है, तो देयर इज एनी सर्टेन परसेंटेज कि वो इतना एग्जाम में, ऐसे एग्जाम में रेशियो है?
Yeah. नहीं नहीं, उसमें देखो स्किल लेवल है ना, तो स्किल
हम्म.
लेवल में इट्स 60-40, राइट.
ओके.
60% is your MCQs, objectives,
ओ,
and 40 marks is
उल्टा
your
है.
normal theory
ओके.
and descriptive typing. But when you come to professional papers, right,
हम्म.
it is 100% theory. There is no MCQ over here,
ओके.
and you need, so there are small sub questions, but there are no MCQs.
अच्छा, सो एक एक मार्क के वो जो क्वेश्चन अपने सीए में आते हैं वैसे टाइप के?
हाँ हाँ हाँ, वैसे हो
हम्म.
सकते हैं. मेनली एक एक मार्क के नहीं, 3-4 मार्क के होते हैं. यू नीड टू राइट द लॉजिकल कॉन्सेप्ट्स एंड स्टफ ओवर देयर. एंड देयर इज नो ऑब्जेक्टिव. आई वुड से देयर इज नो ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस एमसीक्यूज इन प्रोफेशनल पेपर. स्किल लेवल और नॉलेज लेवल में मिल जाते हैं वो चीज, एंड प्रोफेशनल में नहीं मिलता.
ओके. सो मतलब अगर चल एग्जाम की बात हो गई कि ये 4 क्वार्टर में एग्जाम, तो मतलब रिजल्ट विद इन द कितने कितने ड्यूरेशन में वो रिजल्ट जैसे अनाउंस कर देता है?
सो व्हेन यू गिव योर डिसम्बर एग्जाम्स, देन
हम्म.
इन द मिड जनवरी वो आपको रिजल्ट दे देगा. तो 1.5 मंथ्स अप्रॉक्स लेते हैं वो. And
1.5.
it will be, yeah, 1.5 months mein you will be having your result. I would say not 1.5 months, it is like 1 month only hardly, because 10th 11th tak chalta hai, and you will get your exam result in 1 month and 7 weeks. So total मान के चलो it's like 44 days only.
ओ, और वो मेल पे आ जाता है, वो पब्लिश ऐसा मतलब वो साइट हैंग नहीं हो जाती ना?
नहीं, साइट हैंग नहीं होती. इसमें ऐसा है कि यू विल गेट योर रिजल्ट थ्रू मेल इंडिविजुअली. तो
नाइस.
इसमें कोई साइट हैंडलिंग नहीं है. तो यू विल गेट एट यूके टाइम ऑफ 12. तो
हम्म.
इंडियन टाइम 4 और 5 बजे आपको यू विल बी हैविंग योर रिजल्ट इन ऑन अ मेल. तो यू कैन चेक इट एंड इट इज वेरी इजी प्रोसेस. रिजल्ट वगैरह इट इज वेरी इजी प्रोसेस टू गेट इट.
सो मतलब टोटल अगर इन टर्म्स ऑफ रुपीज में अगर देखते हैं, you have to pay in a pound because UK की डिग्री है, so in terms of rupees how much costing is totally require मतलब to clear ACCA, total costing कितना आता है including तो अगर ट्यूशन खुद से कर रहा है, आई मीन कहाँ कहीं पे भी ट्यूशन भी कर रहा है, या फिर आई मीन देयर आर टू पार्ट्स, अगर मैं सेल्फ प्रिपरेशन कर रहा हूँ तो उसमें कितना कॉस्टिंग आता है, और अगर मैं ट्यूशन से जा रहा हूँ तो कितना कॉस्टिंग आता है?
सो मेनली देखो रजिस्ट्रेशन इसमें इट इज टोटली वेरिएबल, कुछ फिक्स नहीं होता, क्योंकि कोई कोई ट्यूशन प्रोवाइडर्स होते हैं ना, उनको फ्री में या एसीसीए जो गोल्ड अप्रूव्ड होते हैं, तो एसीसीए प्रोवाइड्स सम गुड डिस्काउंट्स टू दोज अप्रूव्ड लर्निंग प्रोवाइडर्स, ठीक है, तो
हम्म।
उनको वो खुद के स्टूडेंट्स को वैसा प्रोवाइड करते हैं, राइट, बट उनकी फिर फीस भी चार्ज हाई कर देते हैं, तो मेनली
अच्छा,
रफली आई वुड से
तो जो
2 से 2.5 लाख।
कॉमन जो सबको पे करना पड़ेगा, वेदर ही इज गोइंग फॉर अ ट्यूशन और
हाँ,
नॉट, तो वो कितने होते हैं?
वो that would be around, see, exam, that would be three fees: exam fees,
हम्म।
subscription fees,
हम्म।
exemption fees, and the initial registration fee, sorry, 4 months. तो
ओके।
ये चार मिला के you will get around 1.5 lakhs to 2 lakhs, right? इनके
ओके।
बीच में खत्म होता है everything. इधर study material you won't be getting study material. You have to arrange it by ordering books of Kaplan or BPP University, or else you can borrow it mainly from your friends, right? I would recommend that. मैंने ऐसा किया है, तो once they complete, or I will purchase it, and I will give it to my other friend, and he will purchase it and complete the exam, he will lend it to me. तो वैसे हमने खत्म किया, yeah.
ओके। सो तो तूने आफ्टर अ स्किल लेवल यू स्टार्टेड विद अ जॉब, राइट? तो
हाँ,
आफ्टर स्किल लेवल और आफ्टर नॉलेज लेवल, एंड देयर इज नो
आफ्टर स्किल लेवल,
ऐसा कोई
नॉलेज लेवल
आर्ट?
तो एग्जाम था।
अच्छा, नॉलेज लेवल एग्जाम था क्योंकि तेरा सीए इंटर क्लियर है, ओके।
हम्म,
एंड एंड स्किल लेवल के बाद तूने जॉब स्टार्ट कर दिया। सो इसमें
हाँ,
कोई आर्टिकलशिप वाला कंसेप्ट नहीं है इधर?
नहीं है ना, इसमें आर्टिकलशिप इज ऑल्सो
हम्म।
ऑफ 3 years, बट इधर ACCA has provided such a good approach over here, that is, if you want to do banking, then you can get your internship on in banking. It is counted. If you wanted to pursue your articleship in auditing firms, then you can get internship or associate level position in big fours. Big fours are completely hiring an associate level for auditing. If you want to pursue your journey in accounting, finance, or all other stuff, you can go over there, approach as an intern, and you can gain an exemption, and that exemption is counted over here for being a member. So it
हम्म।
is total flexible over here. It is based on your interest where you want to go, and it is counted in ACC. You just need to sign it off. आपको साइन करवाना पड़ता है आपके प्रिंसिपल से, प्रिंसिपल शुड बी रिकॉग्नाइज प्रोफेशनल, कोई भी
हम्म।
प्रोफेशनल चलेगा उसमें, सी आई सी डब्ल्यू ए ईसीसी सीपी ए, राइट, दे नीड टू फर्निश द सर्टिफिकेट एज वेल एज दे नीड टू अश्योर दैट ये जो स्टूडेंट है, they have worked under him and has gained an internship. तो ACC counts it.
सो आफ्टर स्किल और प्रोफेशनल लेवल तू आर्टिकलशिप कर सकता है और वो एक्सपीरियंस काउंट हो सकता है?
एग्जैक्टली, जो देयर इज फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी, ऐसा नहीं है कि स्किल लेवल के पास कंपलसरी तुमको 3 साल का करना पड़ेगा तुमको
हम्म।
इंटर्नशिप,
हम्म।
लाइक सीए। इसमें you can give your examinations first, and then also you can start your professional degree. Also, if you
ओके।
want to earn money with, because fees are higher, mainly
हम्म।
students will be paying more fees. So to compensate that, they can get a job and start their experience. So I
हम्म।
would recommend कि skill level के बाद they should start job and pursue professional papers, so that they would have experience, they would have fees to pay, and they would be financially independent, I would say, because
हम्म।
salaries milti hai, right?
हाँ।
It is around 25 to 30,000 they would be earning at the age of 20 or 21.
नाइस।
So it is very nice thing to do, right? Also they will be clearing papers based on that.
यस।
So I would recommend that, but इसमें कोई stringent timeline नहीं है internship का।
अच्छा, तो मतलब अगर मैं एक पेपर अगर मेरा लेट्स से कि क्लियर नहीं हो पाया, तो उसका भी अलग से फी चार्ज हो रहा होगा ना?
हाँ, डबल
तो
फीस, मतलब whenever if you are not clearing, you will pay the fees of that every
अच्छा,
time.
तो एक अगर मेरा वो पेपर क्लियर नहीं हुआ, तो अगर एक पेपर का कॉस्टिंग वो डिपेंड करता है हर एक लेवल के ऊपर कि कितना चार्जेस होता है, मतलब जैसे कि स्किल
हाँ,
लेवल पे अलग चार्जेस
it
होंगे,
is
नॉलेज
fixed.
लेवल पे? अच्छा, ओके।
हाँ, हाँ. Fees are also given on ACC official website के knowledge level, skill level और professional level पे के कौन से papers पे कितना fees है, right? तो you can have a look. uh,
या वी श्योरली,
yeah,
मतलब हम लिंक, आई मीन डिस्क्रिप्शन में अपने लिंक में दे देंगे एसीसीए साइट।
yeah.
श्योर, आई मीन, एंड how do you able to find the job opportunities? मतलब अगर जैसे कि अगर यूके का ये पर्टिकुलर डिग्री है तो इट इज रिकॉग्नाइज्ड इन इंडिया आल्सो, सो यू कैन गेट
So
अ जॉब हियर.
it is very big question, Harsh. इसमें क्या है कि mainly jobs and all are totally available. Mainly देखो, first ACCA should target big fours, right?
Hmm.
So big fours, Deloitte, PwC, EY, mainly EY is hiring a lot. I have seen on LinkedIn
Hmm.
कि many at ACCA aspirants or cleared ACCA qualified people are also been getting hired by EYs and KPMG mainly. तो ये सारे जो फोर्स है, they are warm welcoming ACCS as well as Fortune 50 companies like banking industry देख लो, mainly KPO industry देख लो. KPOs are like hiring more ACCS and opportunities तो काफी है in India. And
Hmm.
out of India, there is a couple of opportunities, but I'm talking about India. It is like a myth कि भाई आपको job नहीं मिलती है वो, but it is not like that. Mainly, I was also getting a job, so you are also having opportunity
We are
to
in the
get a
same
job as
company,
well.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
So any last words from you, Urmil, regarding ACCA?
So I would mainly say कि लोग जो बीच में अटक रहे हैं, they are in midst of your career and they are not able to find any way. So there are so many ways. Don't see that कि मैं जो कर रहा हूँ वो पकड़ के चलूं and waste your main years that you can just work it around. So mainly ACCA gives you opportunity if you are stuck in CA, CPA, CW, anywhere, right?
Hmm.
तो ACCA ऐसी एक line है mainly that you can just approach with a flexibility because here flexibility plays a very important role. मैं एक एक
Correct.
पेपर देकर मैं clear कर सकता हूँ, right?
Hmm.
So based on that, I would say many students who are in midst and they are very confused that where to go now. So they should start ACCA or any other relevant course. I won't say regarding ACCA, but
Hmm.
ACCA provides you flexibility, which is main benefit, as well as opportunities and career recognition. So I would just say that. Also, if you have any doubts, then you can just comment below in this video. We will be regularly monitoring and will reply you shortly, or else you can find me on LinkedIn. Harsh, you can just
Yeah,
post
yeah,
my
sure.
LinkedIn link. Yeah.
I will provide a LinkedIn description. I mean, LinkedIn link in the description also.
Yeah,
So yeah,
sure.
thank you, audience, to be with us. Have a nice day. See you, Urmil. Bye, bye, everyone.
Bye bye.